everyone, this is Nimish and today we're going to review the movie Bogan starring Jayam Ravi, Arvind Swamy and Hansika Motwani. Now, I watched this movie expecting an overly commercial entertainer because of the kind of trailers and promos it had. It seemed to be over the top and commercial, but I was pleasantly surprised because this movie was absolutely thrilling and interesting in the same lines of Thani Oruvan. Now, I have promised everyone I'll do a review of Thani Oruvan, which I absolutely enjoyed, and so I will definitely do it after this. But today we're going to speak about Bogan, of course. Now, this movie, the first half is absolutely interesting. We have not been revealed much in the first half as to what happens exactly, what the story is, how things are happening. It's just a kind of build-up that reaches an absolute peak at the interval block, and it's really an enjoyable ride. There is not too much time wastage in love story. There is not too much random things happening that makes you feel like this is commercial, this is a waste of time. It's a very unique and different approach, and the first half is thoroughly enjoyable. Once the second half begins, the second half, I will say, is definitely something different in terms of commercial cinema. It's not the same about one guy kicking 100 people and a big villain and a big hero having the same kind of stories that we usually see in commercial cinema. So definitely the second half has a different approach, but it is heavily inspired by Face Off, and so I'm not revealing any spoilers in this movie, but it takes the kind of swapping concept, body swapping concept, and so the hero becomes the villain becomes the hero, and things go haywire. Now, as we know, Jayam Ravi is playing the police officer in this movie, while Arvind Swamy is the kind of person that they want to catch, or the person, the thief, so on and so forth. He's the villain in this movie. Both these characters switch in the second half. This is not a spoiler, don't worry about it. I think everyone knows this by now. And so what happens forms the rest of the story in the second half. Now, the movie is thoroughly entertaining. Let's just begin with that. The movie is entertaining. You will enjoy it. If you guys love Thani Oruvan, which everyone did, you're expecting something that thrilling, that different, you will definitely like it. You will definitely not be disappointed, so to speak, and you will have a great experience at the movies and you'll have great fun. But getting into a little more details about how this could have been better, you know, the second half becomes kind of stereotypical and kind of dragged, and I think that towards the last half an hour of the movie you kind of lose your interest and grip in the movie. The thrill element comes down because of a lot of repetition takes place, a lot of stereotypical events take place that we have seen in many more movies. And I'm not just talking about movies like Face Off or any such Hollywood movie, but even in India we have had a lot of double role movies where one is the positive character and one is the villain. You know, we've seen in many movies where the same actor plays a double role of both the good guy and the bad guy. And in that movie, there's often a switch of places, and then the whole movie cycles around how they're trying to prove, how the good guy is trying to prove that, you know, the bad guy is in his place. The bad guy takes advantage of his girlfriend, his wife, his family, spoils things for the good guy. All those kind of things that happen in duplicate kind of movies or double role movies is the same thing that happens in the second half here. And so that's where I felt that the movie lost its grip and became a little repetitive, although enjoyable because of the performances. Now, moving on to the performances, I think that Jayam Ravi is absolutely fantastic. His only two movies I have watched are Thani Oruvan and Bogan, and I think he was really mind-blowing in both movies. Many people rate Arvind Swamy much higher than Jayam Ravi, and they feel that, you know, Jayam Ravi is just a regular actor, but Arvind Swamy is absolutely fantastic. I beg to differ. I think Jayam Ravi is so good. He acts with his eyes and his body language more than some random facial expressions or over-the-top melodramatic acting, and I think that's what extremely interesting about this actor. He is a powerhouse of talent, and in this movie he has been given a crazy scope to go from being the police officer to then swapping his body and going crazy as the villain, and he plays his part really well. Arvind Swamy, on the other hand, we know he's an accomplished actor and he's done a great job as well. So both of these people, their pairing, which has been successful in Thani Oruvan, continues here. And in this movie, they both are more expressive, so to speak. In the Thani Oruvan, they were more restrained, composed. They were playing straightforward characters. And Arvind Swamy, as you remember, doesn't speak much. You know, he's villainous, he's aggressive in Thani Oruvan, but doesn't speak much. He doesn't do eccentric stuff. But over here he does that, and so does Jayam Ravi. He goes completely eccentric in the second half. And then definitely there are shades of John Travolta from Face Off, you know, going eccentric, kind of trying to dance and all of that crazy kind of eccentricity portrayed on screen of a totally crazy wild villain. And that is definitely existing, and those influences are there, but both of them have done a fantastic job. Hansika Motwani really does not have much to do. She has a very small role, but she does whatever she has been asked to do. Overall, I really enjoyed this movie. The songs, there are some, they've probably required or not, I'm not too sure. I would have appreciated if they didn't have songs. I felt that the flow and the thrill of the movie was getting broken whenever the songs came in. So I would have appreciated the movie without the music, but definitely I know people love watching songs and music in movies, and so that will be appreciated as well. So overall, this is a very entertaining movie. It's a great follow-up from the team, the two actors that gave us Thani Oruvan, and I think that it lives up to its expectations of being a super duper entertainer. Definitely check out my other reviews of Visarana and Joker that I have done, along with a bunch of other Tamil movie reviews. I will also be reviewing some very interesting movies that I have watched, like Uriyadi, Koothramme Thandanai, and even the very recent Bhairava. So keep watching my channel, like, comment, share, subscribe, and take care.